Everyone, this is me, Sarah Bazark. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. And I might take a break for some time on this religious thing, I'm not sure. Maybe, just maybe. Okay, now I can see myself live. So, thank you, subscribers, again, and greetings. Um, I might take a break from this, I'm not sure. But I can't take a break from coming here about my case. Last night also I realized words were coming out which were pressed down for, like in the beginning when the attack took place in Karachi, a psychic attack or something. Maybe I could have explained this, and I kept doing it on Facebook. I wanted to know. Oh, I mean, not just, but of course I wanted to get well, but I want to know who did this and what really happened to me, so that I know about my life and I know how to protect myself. And but I didn't want publicity, or this is not publicity. I'm not selling things. Neither do I want someone's pity to use this. I was scared that I was a Shia, and since I had many nervous breakdowns because of what was happening to me, I was afraid that I was going to give it to one person, even like in the car, if I get angry at my driver or something. Bad name to Shia Islam. So that was my concern also. How come I'm not becoming a good person? And I would give a bad name now that when I started to wear hijab, but it happened before that, before I started to wear hijab, these nervous breakdowns, regularly, every day, every night, and things like that. And voices, and I wanted to become a good person. So for a little while, I thought some help maybe now. I don't know why now, but there is this Paramahamsa Vishwananda, and he gives darshan, and he's got a short live stream or video. So I didn't put anything, any emoji there for him to choose me. But then later on, at that time when I was desperate. I just don't want a name or fame for myself. I just want quietly to pass by this world, but to do good quietly, right? No showing off, nothing like this. Just do good. I said, no, then I saw there were no emojis there, zero. And then I thought, no, listen, this is for the world, and this is because you come here on social media. And maybe it will, just put the emoji, so that's why, like, I didn't want to trouble anyone. I said, or I start to say, कि मेरा हक कहाँ है, मेरा, no, I can't do this, trouble him. And I have emailed him long time ago like that, so I become like this. So anyway, second thought and all this contemplation, went back and put the emoji. Maybe he will choose me, and so at that time when I just asked, like, I want to get well, right? My health. But then I was like, no. I think he should tell you if he's Kalki, or that what really happened to you there, how it started and who started it in year 2000 with all that energy. And it's so many things came up last night to tell him. Like they were, this from the internet, then Andalip Siddiqui, lots of things, like I forgot. Oh yeah, there's a feeling that some energy has gone through my mouth now. Yusuf Zaidi came and he said that he even came to my place with someone to exercise yeah, me. I'll get the spirit out, and I felt this terrible pain, excruciating, things I've forgotten. Or maybe I did keep saying it on live stream Facebook. But there are people who come here, and sorry, it's very traumatizing. And I didn't have time to grieve, but yesterday I felt like crying on myself, for myself. Okay, Allah, I wanted to be a good person. Such a regret. Like, it's so no, no, wait a minute. It's grievous, right? I want to be, I never wanted to trouble anyone. I wanted to help out, never take anything but give. Or even when I have to be humbled, like, no, no, you're supposed to take from someone because you're giving the other person, and who do you think you are, right? So it could make you like, I don't take any favors, and like that, so that, sorry, I have to be like this. Anyways, but the humble thing is that I can't, like, I worked. No, no, I worked. In London, my college gave me money. Although it's not allowed for UA to work, but make a business, yes. Start a business or in London or some outside also, but not, but this was just school thing. Oh, college thing, sorry. So, anyways, and the principal came himself to tell me to work, and all this he offered me. So, yeah, no, so, but the thing is that, I'm always, since childhood, I had lots of money. My mother used to give me lots of money. So I was always I was buying, shopping, but, I started to become like a giver rather than taker. Taker from my mother and father and giver. But I don't know if I can I can be a earner like God has given me since childhood. But then we had financial problems. So now it's like that. And so Kalki Avatar, I don't know about Hinduism. I thought this time we should come together like a global family. And so I said, no, no, I have to now trouble because I keep feeling that I'm connected with Paramahamsa Vishwananda in my third eye. He comes in my visions and all this. So this time I had to Sharam Varam Chorke, and on second thought, sorry, I was the only, thank God I was the only one there to give the emoji, because if there were others, I would not be, I, just let others, I'm okay, let me die, this, that. So I was feeling like dying also when during my sleep, when I would gain consciousness. The betrayal seems to be very deep and very killing. Uh, so this is a great rabbi. He gives courage, strength to us. But there's a deeper betrayal that it just, the feeling came. I couldn't control it. So, um, so there's a, I can't trust anyone. And so there's a deeper betrayal. So I felt like dying, or I wish I didn't exist. So many years, so much, suspecting innocent people, my cousins, and all this. So there were plane crashes, Bosnian War, and I feel it's all connected somehow in retrospect. And Air Blue, my friend, family friend, Christians from Mr. South Parish. Oops. Libby D'Souza was now had joined from British Airways to Air Blue. That's when in year 2000 the crash took place you know, at Margula Hills. And I was getting this threat that we're going to get all those people. We were crushed by that. Libby D'Souza and all was working, but now I think she was on the ground, which still I thought maybe she's traveling, God forbid. So those we have lost, God forbid, yeah. Those we have lost, Air Blue crash. And it was my cousin's birthday, my mother's side. So I have a slight headache. I think it's allergy. I've taken an anti-allergy. So about my case. And let's see. I can't trust anyone. It's heart-wrenching, all those years. And how they've kept me. Like, I wouldn't keep my enemy like this. You know? Like इंसान एक दिन गुस्सा होता है, दूसरे दिन ठंडा हो जाता है ना गुस्सा. एक तो थोड़ा उर्दू में आता तो I wouldn't, maybe 1 day, 2 days, like I say, hang them upside down. Who did this to me? And all when the pain is on, I just, upon waking, the pain, I slept late and all this, so I'm having my breakfast tea. And this is like once they do this, I don't know, I've done a lot of this black magic thing. नज़र बहुत अच्छा heaviness हो गया, जैसे कि मुझे बहुत shame दिया है, guilt दिया है, जैसे कि now it's showing like जैसे कि my father is watching me. और नज़र ऐसी heavy और shame आती है और इंसान को शर्म आता है, अगर बैठे भी है ना तो थोड़ा अगर ऐसा like बिल्कुल groomed बैठना पड़ता है. So my privacy has been violated. Oh, can you imagine? Even if my mother was looking at me for 10 minutes, stalking me. Sorry, my late mother, like I'm just, with due respect. तो इंसान को uncomfortable सी feeling आने लगती है ना. Maybe I thought this was a punishment because I kept the camera on my principal. St. Joseph's College. No. I don't know what sin I've committed. That God is not forgiven. Anyways, so I had asked God a long time before I got insane that if I've committed a sin that is unforgivable, can you just get me only and not others, my family members? So patiently, I would, God, Allah, that feeling came, कि काश I wish I could have become a good person, patiently persevering. जुल्म कर रहे हैं मुझ पे, लेकिन I didn't have the strength. तो अभी थोड़ा खुला, I can say it, और good भी नहीं आ रहा था. ये बहुत wicked energy है. फोन चूस लिया है, सब कुछ कर लिया है. So please, they say कि वो जो traumatized हैं, फिर भी तो मैंने ये किया कि इस्लाम जब मैंने खुद देखा तो it's not a fight, please. अच्छा तो गट फीलिंग में like एनर्जी नहीं है मेरी एनर्जी और breathing oh so I would have turned blue or something without oxygen. I feel so, but this was from St. Joseph's College. It started, maybe it was an allergy, that oxygen. I'm breathing, but it's not going in my inside deeply, like the breath, or it's not going in my head. The block was there. I tried everything, drops, nose drops, and what else, nasal things, right? Antibiotics and anti-allergies. So, and before that, when we moved to the new house in Karachi, so this is mostly about Karachi, Pakistan. I was being attacked while sleeping, and there's this terrible sound, and so we, in the new house, while sleeping, like I used to sleep on my mother's bed with my mother. Uh, like playing, you know, and I would be nailed, and I would get since my I couldn't get up since and I was scared that I can't get up and about being possessed because I'd seen my aunt being possessed in 1982 when I was in Karachi American School. And then I was my dreams because dark and what do you call it, dingy, very depressive. Of course, I mean, because I didn't think I would come out of this depression ever, and psychotherapy was not working. But so I was having these dreams that also nightmares, chore thieves are coming, and I'd be scared that they're going to rape me. And so, but thank God, when I joined St. Joseph's College, this was when I was in St. Michael's School in Karachi. So when I joined St. Joseph's College, all these attacks and everything went. And my psychological problems that had started after they separated me from Istisa, they all went. Like I was able to take places, people, and things, right? और सांस में सांस तो आया था. So this was just 1989. I started to get attacks and all this, but in St. Joseph's College, still I felt that I had allergy every day. I had to take allergy pills. Since I realized that I should not take antibiotics, the throat, sore throat, and all this. Now my allergy, I just took an allergy pill from my mother. I fell in the kitchenette. 2 different allergy pills I took. But it was the most amazing experience I had when I fell in the kitchenette. It was like so good. So then I realized that's another thing, like I can talk about that later if I remember. I fainted. Very good. But not completely losing consciousness. I was just there, like one moment of peace in my life. Since Miss Tissa passed away, I've never had that. Oh, sorry, since Miss Tissa and I separated, she didn't pass away, she was alive. So this is quite weird. So I cannot express why I'm here all the time talking about my case. It's one of a kind. So I hope you will understand and be good. I didn't want to trouble people, but I was acting, I started to act like a witch, cursing and all this also, right? So about religion also, my mother, a very sweet person and all, like when she was in her normal state. You see, they did something to her, like she went through something when she got married. and that really disturbed the living daylights. And then she used to have her anger bouts. So then she never got well, it just got worse. Oh my God. But this is, no. So I couldn't accept that. I couldn't even see my mother. And so, sorry I had to make this. Hope you understand. Make my case public, open. There are many things. No, don't tell me. Lady Diana, oh God. So there are some things, the mind just goes, I'm in a delusion and feeling like I've met Narayan. Recently, there was this thing, feeling of wanting to meet Narayan. So the mind can create something, and now I'm in this terrible thing where I'm in doubt. I can never be sure anything. And all this, okay? So this maybe, but why would people have to suffer so much in this life? And why the karma gets them? I mean, the firstborn, when in your first life, you're born pure. So maybe what gets us becoming bad people, impure? And shouldn't God, with His power, stop us if we one prayer to God? Wouldn't that be enough? No. Okay. And we should remember God and all this. God, this is. I don't understand why the ego is like this. That even in the Quran it says man is ungrateful. But so I really genuinely, I felt I was no more genuine. I'd become a hypocrite, and I didn't sound. Do I sound like that? So I just told not my friend, because she started to taunt me later. Ex-friend. Now I've cut off from her. But this cousin of mine in Dubai, I told him, I said, I don't think um, this, I don't sound true. So this feeling of being a pretentious person, superficial, couldn't trust in myself after this attack and madness. Oh my God, it's deep, it's evil, sinister, it's so wicked that it was unspeakable, unspeakable. And please cooperate. Also, I know, I just took a chance. You see, I took a chance to trust Yusuf Zaidi. Took a chance. And I would be transparent, but then Yusuf Zaidi also invited me to his house and he started to be transparent about it. Although Anand Kiran I couldn't meet, he was in India from the Desi Chat, and also Andalip Siddiqui came, but she was not a true Andalip, my St. Vianney's school. So they just played around. I want to know what happened. And my principal, yeah, they were saying, like, I can't explain this, like there was this intuitive feeling in 1997 somewhere, that we will give your mommy cancer. Oh yeah, and recently I've been having these newcomers in the family, and that also added to my mother's thing, because my mother and me, they also had a fight with me. their sisters, and the mother said that she would do black magic on me. She's looking. She went to a mutual friend, and her name is the same as this their mother. This these women who had now they were like young. So these women are my uncle's wives. So I had to bring out the case against them. And there's a even family. If you like, of course, in London, she made life hell. So I remember Yasmin and we were going to see Flashdance. Yasmin, my cousin's relative, had come to Dubai. It, no, sorry, London. London. So I think I told them I was very like this newcomer who had married my uncle. It was really depressing, added to this family thing that was on my mother and me. So, did I? I don't know. She was like, maybe they were asking me why I'm not, I don't look quite happy or something. So, I told them anyways, but so the sister later on who had fought for me and screaming and shouting at me and all this on my birthday. He's married to Yasmin's stepbrother, older stepbrother, right? So in this madness, I came to Dubai and we had a family flat here, apartment. Oh. So I had a dream in no, it was before that. Like I felt, like when I was in Karachi American School, 3rd grade, I was having dreams that I'm so light, I can fly. I was flying in my dreams. I could literally control the flying and myself going up in the sky, right? So even though, my father's mother and all this, but they were now not in Karachi, but bad things were happening, but I was still, felt light at times and all that. But when these people came, it's like you're going down. Someone's pulling you down and you're going in that abyss. So I felt that Yasmin, I'm sorry I have to talk about this recently because it's coming to me again and again here. There was you see, something they do, it doesn't. You just feel like you pull down and nothing can help you, nothing. So I heard a cry, help me, while I was lying in bed. So mostly I was bedridden. I mean, I would get up, you wouldn't. You see, my own friend in Dubai, she asked me, like taunting me, then how have you come here? I said, you were the one forced me, but how are you sitting up like this? But I don't know. But I was like this. Like even sitting up, it's like energy is draining. Even sitting. Then someone will say walk. Then how long will I walk? And I can't even walk for long. It hurts a lot. Like Shri Ravi Shankarji said, get up and don't worry. Now yesterday I was thinking, I was very aggravated because there's hardly any energy and I want to do more. I have cleaning. So I'm thinking, if I could clean this whole floor clean, bathroom clean, this, everything. Okay, I'm doing it. No. So you see, frustration I want to do many things, right? I want to be jack of all trades. I want to be versatile. This, that. I can't. I can't take wash my face properly, and it's a struggle to get up. So then I saw in my dream about Yasmin's sister. No, no. Someone said that your father or someone has died. So, oh God, and so I'm leaving college, St. Joseph's College, but that was a dream. I had graduated long. This was in year 2000. I already graduated, gone to London. But when here in year, I can't remember the number. My diaries are all in Karachi, personal diaries where I've written these dreams and what date and what this. Anyways, I saw that the principal is at the top of the staircase in the middle, and I'm down, and I kind of my bag I first drop or something. They tell me that maybe my father has died, but the principal on the steps tells me that no, it's someone else, not your father. St. Joseph's College. So father's name is Yusuf, right? Ooh. So then I woke up and I don't know how it came that news came that Naseem has passed away. Um, Yusuf Habib's daughter. Naseem, St. Joseph's. So Yusuf is Joseph's name. Uh, so from so in the apartment in Dubai, I heard her calling me, help me. And I thought Bibi Fatma Zahra, Yusuf Zaidi said that she's his mother. And I had so much vision, dream, to help Karachi first start, from my corner, then probably go around the Pakistan. And how depressing it was. I couldn't help myself, let alone reach out to others. So that thing remained in me. So last night I was telling Parma and I felt like dying. I felt like killing myself. But something stopped me then. Even Sri Sri Ravi Shankar Ki comes in my vision, or I feel him here. So they stopped me from even feeling this way, dying. So I wanted to kill myself. When I think of how bad I've become, unable to do it. I'm grateful. So when Rabbi Simon, in one of his, and he gives his beautiful talk, most beautiful, that from childhood he wanted to open clogged things, and do good. But it's like that Narasimha had come, Prahlad, it's like the devas and devis, and the good is all blocked for us. If you feel that way, God forbid. But the other thing is watching, feeling my privacy. Like I cannot even in my own bedroom, it's like I have to be in hijab. But even in hijab, hijab didn't help. They were still watching, sending bad things, very, very pervert. and I was reciting a Noha. And I would recite a Noha Thursday, Friday, day or night, I don't know, like in our masjid or Imam Barga, bomb blast. So I would also feel principal watching me, and like when you want to, ooh, so I'm telling you it's terrible. So I would cover myself, go under in the bed, like for many years on Facebook in Karachi, dark, in the room, and I would cover myself and use my mobile. You know, on Facebook, the stories I've told, like cover myself with a blanket or a comforter like that. And then, but still it wouldn't work, but it was better, It was slightly, it wouldn't work, but I just had to get used to it. So like that, I was working on Facebook, spending time in the night time, because I couldn't go in the garden in the daytime. Then butterflies start to come, dragonflies, and it's been years, and now principal is 90 years, and I don't know if she's alive. So I have these bouts to see her, and I can't. And in Karachi, they were saying, why don't you go to the seaside? And I don't feel nowhere. Places, people, meet people. I don't know. Mujhe घबराहट हो. I just want to see my principal and meet her. Like if you have a son or daughter you've been separated from, and people tell you to go watch the sunset or go to the beach, but you just want to see your beloved son that you're separated from. No place, no. I mean, you can meet friends; they can cheer you up and all that. But in the nighttime when you're alone, twisting and turning, you need to see the son's memory comes back, and it comes even more. Like if you try to avoid it, resist, then you're keeping yourself busy and all this. So I was working once for my cousin's wife, ex-wife. Later on, we found out she was never going to come back. But anyways, in Karachi, and my heart was like you, missing my principal after graduating from St. Joseph's College, and I didn't want to be there. And my heart kept telling me, even when I was working there as a receptionist, that the missing was going on. And it's awful. It's like no one's business. So it's like that. So no place, no sight, seeing, keeping myself busy helped at that time. That time they had not made me go insane. But this is, so this is very, very deep. Huh? And even like going for grocery, I felt now my sinking feeling is this cancer. So I couldn't, like I did quick shopping, grocery, but I felt now my time has come. So I don't go to the hospital, but I should go back home. So like that, right? घबराहट, sinking, claustrophobic. Plus, I can't breathe properly and sinking inside. So, okay, so this is it. It's this is the social media kept me alive. I don't know what would have happened to me. And do you see the Islamic thing when um, we are coming out here with the best of intentions? So still the Muslims, ex-Muslims get it, right? But now this miracle has, it's one of a kind. Can you believe this? And I'm alive. Otherwise, you know, how would you know that, I, like, no words. So, in a civilized manner, because this was my religion, so please consider the ex-Muslims, others also I'm speaking for. This, it was our religion. And you see, you would not believe it, but I don't have any agenda. And I also have my dissonance. I have this, what do you call it? What do you call it? Who called it? Abdullah Samir. What's that? Dissonance? Or what is the word? It's hmm? Oh, I see a face here. So I can't believe that these Muslims have left the religion. So sometimes I get panic attacks, and then thank God I have to do my own, and I have to show you. So, but very good, actually, the courage, Abdullah Gondal, Abdullah Samir, apostate prophet. I used to listen to first, I think on social media, I must say it was apostate prophet. But that was Quran ayahs, scientific errors came. So otherwise it's mostly like Sunni. But still I would listen for information and renew, this thing all the time, refresh my learning and memory, refresh my memory about the Sunni hadiths, but scientific errors. And yet people are not Muslim. Some Muslims, they cannot accept this. And the cost, I mean, the cost, not financially, your life, psychological, this, that, why? Why? I don't understand. That's why I made a short video. You see, I made a short video on this. Right? I can't. Here, let me just put my. I don't understand why some people. An ex-Muslim, ex-Shia's message for Shias. Since you, Shia, said you cared for the truth and the oppressed, because Allah, Prophet Muhammad, and Ahl Bayt did and have taught you to do so, and also stand for justice, then since I've shown you, proving through Quran ayats, mostly, that Muhammad was a false prophet and Allah was shaitan, then why are you still holding on to a false prophet, hence a false religion? If you have been following me and watching my videos and live streams, then you should leave Islam, because I have proven it through Quran ayats mostly that this prophet is a false prophet. Thank you so much. Please consider this. Yeah, so this video, yeah. So I mean, I'm doing against Shia Islam with the whole Islamic, taking Sunni Muslim, everything into consideration. What I cannot say here, you can check on Apostate Prophets channels. If you're a Sunni, non-Shia Muslim, You can check Friendly Ex-Muslim Abdullah Samir channel videos. If you have any questions, so I wanted to make another live stream on question and answer, but I'm not that good, right? So if you have, there are many ex-Muslims, there's a lot of, I also check, and recently I found an Arab ex-Muslim, Ahmad, but he's Christian, so, but I go there, I've subscribed to his channel, and I get the information I need, like, so here the things lacking, like stream link, live stream link is lacking. You can go join, you know, them recently. I don't know, Abdullah Samir, ex-friendly Muslim, apostate prophet. I haven't checked much of the live stream recently. They must be doing live stream still. They're continuing, so you can check that. There's recently there's a Sahel ex-Muslim. But what you see, some people will do, like I also went, like, why are you making life difficult here? Against a Sahel ex-Muslim and Adam Seeker ex-Muslim. But there are others also who say the same thing, because about, I found this on Khalid Kamal recently. There was a case on India against us. So that caught my attention. And sorry, I have to talk about this because I'm a part of this social media thing, a circle of ex-Muslim atheists and all. Atheist ex-Muslims or ex-Christian or Pakistani. So there they were talking about this. Ghalib Kamal's channel, about Sahel, and these Indians, they were saying, Indian ex-Muslims, we don't know, we should, they're just, this, Ghalib Kamal said, they were asking, someone was asking Ghalib Kamal, and Ghalib Kamal was saying he can't trust, not Sahel, not, and Adam Seeker, someone was saying, I can't remember that, वो बहुत गालियाँ देता है माँ बहन की, right? Mother and her sister. Literally, it is terrible. So we can't even trust. Adam Seeker is not an Indian ex-Muslim, but Sahil is. So on that, तो फिर सच वाला साहब उनका भी we can't. I don't know. So this is what the talker was saying, and Ghalib Kamal was agreeing. And then he said about. They asked about Zafar, ex-Muslim, Zafar heretic. So Ghalib was like, no, I don't have anything against him. He's okay. And but then he said, if Tunis Unis ke saath kuch aisa to phir hame nahi pata. Then I don't know later on or something like this. So I want to address this question, this talk on Ghalib Kamal's. Then I started to say that. Then I started my comments. On Khalika. You see, so, I mean, me going through all this, I can't even trust my own shadow on what happened to me. How can I, like, to tell me what happened to me and then going berserk? So, and also because of this religion. So, Khalid Kamal is normal person, but like he left Christianity and he's seen human rights violations in Pakistan. But yeah, it could be a lot. But like, I don't know. It must be difficult, troublesome for him. That's why he's got this channel. But then why is he? Anyways, that other thing I mentioned in my previous live stream. कि अगर वो बता रहा है, like atheists are saying not to follow any religion. Now you see, Rabbi Simon, you see, if you lose this spiritual feeling, like when I'm when even medicine doesn't work, therapy didn't work. I have tried therapy uh, from a pioneer, Kashmiri, Punjabi, Dr. Farooq C. Ahmad in Karachi, for several years. Not only was I in therapy with her student, but with her also. And my mother I recommended, so that her medicine would be cut down, psychiatric. Dr. Zafar Qureshi's. It was the doctor, I'm shortcut. Okay, I hope you understand. So then, what am I saying? Is that Khalid Kamal have to address these issues. And no one would do this kind of a thing. So you won't get the live stream link. Sorry. And so you can go to even the Arab ex-Muslim is there. He speaks in English. He has Adam Seeker also with him at times, right? So you can go there. Sahil ex-Muslim is there, but so atheists, yeah. So atheists, they are saying only rational human beings be rational human beings. But I'm saying you're going to miss out. That's my opinion. Again, I'm very sensitive, so it hurts me. So maybe if I had gone there live stream, my voice would have been raised because that's me struggling with myself. To talk to Ghalib Kamal about this matter, it is very important. So since they say that uh, even the Hindus would wreck lives if they Hindutva agya, and they would do zulm to Muslims. And it has started in India, and this spirituality which they know nothing of, or I don't know what. Ek to love cannot be measured, right? Love is not a thing you can touch. It's a very abstract feeling. So the Hindus with their rituals backward. No. I think like even if I could suggest that Paramahamsa Vishwananda Bhakti Marga, like they have educated people there. They left. So after, no, they were doing education, and the Hindus don't stop from scientific research. It's in there. So like I wouldn't stop, you know, I would be a Shia. I would have been a Shia. And like my father used to say, why can't we be like those Western people who are doing research? In the Quran, it says, go and do research, like going down dolphin. This movie I saw about the dolphin, you know. Why can't we do these things? Why are we stuck on one thing? Islam and just lectures. Maybe, yeah, for the lecturer, to study all year round for Muharram, Safar, and it's one thing at a time. Yeah, okay, I understand that. But the rest of us Muslims could also do research, like these people are doing research. Eye of the Dolphin movie. Because since butterflies really became my friends, one started to and Dragonfly smiling, and felt he was singing "Oh My Love" for my mummy, Principal, because that's her favorite song from which she heard from my Walkman. So I have seen nature's miracles, friends. Before even this craziness, when I had I had shifted to a new house in defense, right? Okay, I'll see. Yeah, Eye of the Dolphin, this movie. I had the privilege to no copyrights infringement intended. Please, you can look at this, right? How these, this is really wonderful. So I had the luck somehow with nothing and madness to go in my garden. But once what happened is we shifted to a new house. It had our sitting room and kitchen the would open through this glass sliding door, right? And the kitchen also had a backyard. The door would open, right? And we had the net door also. But somehow the sparrow came in our house inside and was crashing into the, trying to go through, crashing into that glass sliding door. And there was a small bathroom there where we would eat and like where we would after eating wash our hands, right? Downstairs. So what happened is it I thought it was dead. It fell. It was crashing in the glass door, and I was like, I couldn't reach up. I put my hands up to stop him, the sparrow, but it wouldn't stop. So it fell, and I felt it was dead. I couldn't even see it breathing or anything. So I took it in my hand and quickly, I prayed to God that God, please don't let me see this person. This person, this sparrow die in my hands. So I put water from the tap, and it, started like came back to consciousness. Then I took it out in the backyard, and I said, "Oh my God, I hope it can fly," and it flew. And then afterwards, a little while, I was just watching it, that how far can it fly and all this. I also put water on him, right? So the wings could be wet, and or is it slightly injured somewhere? How far can it fly? Then it flew and it came back, the sparrow bird, and stood on my shoulder, one of my shoulders. I think it was right. I can't remember right or left shoulder. You see? So this happened to me. When I told this to Father Augustine, he said, "Oh, you sound like Saint Francis of Assisi, who used to talk to animals, birds especially." Saint Francis of Assisi. So there was just once, and after that, nothing. So birds are grateful, It came to thank me, and it stood on my shoulder for some time, and then it flew away quite well, healthy. So this happened before even I got mad. This was when I was in St. Michael's School, and a Christian had recommended me that a father has come from America. He's done a diploma, not a degree, but a diploma in counseling people. So there, he would do with me, "I'm okay, you're okay," if you've read that book, Child, Parent, Adult, how to think more and be less impulsive like a child about relationships, especially I was working on my relationship with Miss Tissa, and he told me that he meets Miss Tissa in the catechumenic. He knows her, and that he could now ask her if we could meet and then have under his supervision. But I then said, no, I'm like what she wants me to be. So many things. So I said, "No, Father, thank you," because I didn't want to corner her like someone would tell her to, I wanted her to come back on her own will. So the will thing came when I had once gone to the Bibi Sakina Tabut, Sakina, but 13 Safar, 14 Safar. Will thing came up and so many things came up and during the separation. So then when father said, I said, she would, out of politeness or something for her priest. And I was like, no. So love, good deeds, even animals. I've seen now, that this is not science, medical doctor doing surgery to fix this bird. He was like dead and maybe he fainted. I didn't know that birds can faint and are not dead or something. But he got up. It was just, I felt he died. Didn't move. Nothing. It's like dead. But maybe he fainted. So, yeah, these are rare cases. Rare cases. But there isn't there. There is some power, like my voice reaching my mother when I called out to her, and from London when I was in a very high fever, delirious high fever, in pain, and so okay, it doesn't happen every time, but even the rare cases, why would the atheists ignore this and the scientists ignore this? This is a part of human being. Okay, if you say the psych and religion is man-made and there is this dangerous thing of people making God, using your God, exploiting God, then please do a thorough examination on this. Like a doctor, Professor Richard Dawkins has written this, God, the Delusion. God, the Delusion, right? So please we are not fighting. I'm not your enemy. But I apologize. Again and again I say that in this, of course, the sarcasm or the anger, the frustration, that I have been betrayed. And why couldn't the eminent ulama see this in religion? They've betrayed us. So yeah, sometimes I won't be able to control my feelings. They will be vented out in a most ugly way here. But I apologize. I don't mean to hurt you Muslims or respected Muslims. Right? So how does this, I wanted to find out like which part of the brain does this to people, that then these messengers and prophets can exploit the one true power, one love, right? Like Bob Marley sang. And these songs, this art, these messages we send out in the most beautiful way to you, atheists. Why not appreciate what this art, behind this art, there is love, there is care for humanity, there is spirit. What is the spirit? What is of the spirit? And the sun is always there. Sun. So the other way to show you that, since you say that, these Tunis, Hindus also, no, their religion, you can't compare even the history. You cannot, can you? Okay, you might, atheists, ex-Muslims or ex-Christians, can you compare a Tuni, like you call them? Let's call them Tunis. Let's make you happy. And if you call spiritual, what would, whatever you may call me as a spiritual seeker, romantic, what, nonsense? Spiritual, nonsensical people, right? We are nonsense. We will falling flat on our faces. And we're obstructing. No, we're not. I love technology. I used to use the video for my teacher who came to my birthdays and was in the video. I would mix songs in the video. You know, my teacher in St. Joseph's College, not my teacher, but a teacher from St. Joseph's College, used to give me videos that I would record. So I love this electronics and all this, doing these things, editing and recording and all this. When I had the strength, I used to do it. So we would be an obstruction. I think you would say that, right? To advancement, spiritual, no, the technological advancement. Ghalib Kamal said that, eyes, science has given eyes to many, right? Only one miracle Jesus did or two, but, you have to have great faith. And now the cars that if Jesus came now, he would think this is a miracle. Cars, rockets, airplane. Forget the airplane, rockets. Cars, he would think, Ghalib Kamal said. Ghalib Kamal is an ex-Christian, atheist now. So I was thinking, are we an obstruction to this spiritualist? Like, maybe what Dr. Bhaskaran Pillai said, that, some spiritualists think they should not be rich and avoid just Paramahamsa Vishwananda कि राधा रानी के लिए क्या है. What is his कीर्तन? मुझे दुनिया से नहीं कोई काम, मैं तो राधा राधा. But instead of like, okay, maybe donation is good, but why don't they, work also? Maybe they devote it to God. But he's not maybe, okay, it's their thing, okay? Just trying to figure this out. That they could be earning a living for in the technological, for, going in the corporate firm, working. Look, everyone, we need to understand these religious people. And everyone, you can't be a jack of all trades, although you may try. You could do good in science and technology, but you can't be a sweeper, right? You can't, or even a better, like IT or something. We need a division of labor, like Darwin said. Did Darwin say? Because I learned that from Karachi American School a long time ago. So these religious people are not like Islamic religious people, are they? But in Islam also, my father said, and I agree, that research hona chahiye. There's no stop to that. Shias do this. Or work in a bank, finance side, then it's very difficult. Someone left law after doing law and went into finance. They said finance is extremely difficult. So to study finance. So this people have difficulties, and so why not make life easy? Like, let them concentrate on God, but they're not an obstacle, are they? Or you think they will leave their work, all of them, if let's say half of the population follows Paramahamsa Vishwananda Bhakti Marga and becomes Bhakt. Would we have a disaster? Uh, Economically disastrous, it would be, right? But I hope there are his bugs who can also work and have families. There is one who has family, a wife, children, they take care and they work. So it's not totally reliant on donations, but that their bugs also earn their living, if you would like to see it, put it this way, earn their living. मैं तो राधा राधा नाम. Oh God, so yeah. So see, like since childhood, like I didn't have to feel so guilty. My mother told my father that due to my luck, my mother's luck, her, you know, uh, oil started to come, but then my father got rich. They were not that rich. They were living in Karachi. And in London, there's this shop, Hindu shop. I think this, he said mother. So, she was, the Indian lady was sitting there in a sari on the chair beside the counter. Always I used to see her. I used to go there in London to get ice lollies and she would be sitting there, and I think she would be saying and I didn't know what to say, but I never said anything, never, ever, because mother and it's their thing, right? So, mother takes care of the child, but you may not see it or may not appreciate it. And then, so recently when I joined Hindus, it was like these rishis used to sit, and there were kings also that some time ago, when there were kings in Bharat, India, and they needed rishis and sages. They only used to be in this thing, sitting and meditating, and it would help lift the spirits of people and feel good. And so like that, the king also had a sage or someone who meditated. So why don't we all cooperate? We are not obstacles. We are just the different classes of people, different kinds. You. So I didn't have to feel terrible that I'm a giver and I only do shopping. Lakshmi Devi can give a lot. So you see, even the Muslims you see, I found that verse. So this is Richard Dawkins, The God Delusion. Just cooperate, please. Let me say this succinctly. A scientist cannot be something else, right? A corporate lawyer. So if India is going back to their roots, it doesn't mean it's going backward. Nangalal showed me that their economy has thrived. So please don't make others feel guilty. What are you doing? If you do spirituality, then if you are living like this, rational human, you see, let me tell you, mind, when did I think the mind is the culprit? But you can use the mind, but when love calls your name, Love thy will be done. Martika's kitchen. Okay, I can't explain this properly. Sorry, I don't. Of course, use your mind. But you know, when I started, I became more unhealthy because there was this principal, and she was with open arms and all this magnanimous. Although yesterday I felt that I had communicated with her, and she was saying, "No, no, I'm not magnanimous. It's just she's been quite a dynamic woman working in occupation. Let me just be sarcastic. Acha, so mommy is not principal. Mommy is not magnanimous, huh? She just did her work. She was really good at her work. So we hopeless romantics, as we are called, You may call us backward spiritualists, and hopeless romantics. How does love help? So, Rabbi Simonos, I would like to contribute, but I can't. I'm not even near to it. Him, hopeless romantic, is one who looks for the singular person in this world that makes their world come together. Acha, single person. Fixated. You see, some would say we are fixated on one person, and that person doesn't even care. So this is a delusion. Delusion. So let there be, you know, I'm not saying manipulate the energy. Like once I was taking a pot of daisies, I just was asking them. I did not manipulate this energy. That would be psychic powers. I didn't use psychic powers. I just asked the pot of daisies, which was on I'd taken many flowers on New Year's, for New Year's gift for my mommy. So I said, I'm taking you to my mommy's place. Are you happy? And there was no air in the car the glasses were quite, I checked everything. And, but the petals started to go up like, they had life in them, up and down, like it wasn't like they're flying like wind is, so they're just flying. The petals are flying, or like that. No, it was like they actually were going up and down, up and down. The other one, and in the middle one would stay put. The other one would go up and down. Like the flower, daisy petals. Jubilant, like they had jubilant life in them. So it's not like I was a bum, or you may call me a bum. You know that movie with honors, Harvard bum. So where Villette, Charlotte Bronte. I tried my best. Reason betimes to test. Reason betimes to test. Charlotte Bronte. Villette. Oops. Yeah, you can see the literature is there. Reason betimes to test. Villette by Charlotte Bronte. Let me see if I can find this. Which chapter is it? No, I can't find the quote. So I would, it really saddened me. I don't know why some human beings, they just look at the rational side of human beings and not the spiritual side. And they're just closed to the spiritual side. But we must discover, we must not, I don't think we should be forming conclusions about human beings or defining them that they are rational human beings and not spiritual. But let's say even if they were religious, they have a part where they are instinctively religious human beings. Religious. So I'm just searching what would say. Am I saying not to be religious, like I said last time, quoting Rumi, religious human? Is this religion, is this going with nature or higher than nature, going with spirituality and aligning? Thus, can confidently say that humans are naturally religious or by nature religious. Cambridge.org. Are human beings naturally religious? Chapter 1. Homo religiosus. Right there. So, how can we cut this off from human beings if they are naturally religious? But Rumi, Hafiz says, sorry, quoting Hafiz, do not be too religious or something like this. But this religion, wait a minute, I don't know what this has done, so I'm trying to search for the reason behind all this also. But I had to show you first that these Quranas, what they have done. And now I reached Buruj, Surah Buruj. Right? And I can't get over this. Can you get over, like, what? So there are false prophets too. And then I read before all this. No, while I was doing the research, I found Jiddu Krishnamurti. So is also, let's see, indeed those who have tortured the believing men and believing women and then have not repented will have the punishment of hell. So if they repent, they wouldn't. How can God ask them to do this here? This definitely doesn't come from the Islamic God, Allah, right? Oops. There's some problem here. I tried to contemplate on this, then have not repented. So, you see, this comes from a God which, like, would be some other polytheist or someone. So, if they repent, then punishment would not be due, and the punishment of hell they would be saved from, and the burning fire. This definitely doesn't come from an Islamic God. Because Surah Nisa, when it says, let me see if I can find this verse and how do you judge? Like, why don't you fight? How do you judge? Okay, I forgot to put Nisa. When God is telling the believers to fight, He's also here saying that these women, children, oppressed, crying out to God for help. Take us out of this city. Indeed, Allah commands you to render trust to whom they are due. And when you judge between people, to judge with justice. Justice is very heavy. Justice cannot be done in a moment of punishment only. Excellent is that which Allah instructs you. Indeed, Allah is. No, no, wait. Maybe I should. No, no, this is not the. But there's another one. How do you judge when when women, children? No, maybe we should go to a surah which says punishment. Why is punishment due on them? Let's see if I can find. Or I will come back. Punishment due on the mujrimun. Although they shall be within sight of one another, the guilty one would fain ransom himself. This is the most terrible of all punishments that have been mentioned in the Quran. The criminal will prefer death to the horrible life in hell. So one most powerful. If we pardon some of you, we will punish others amongst you because they are mujrimun. Surah Tawbah at 65. Let me see. And if you ask them, they will surely say, we are only conversing and playing. Say it is Allah and where is it? 65? Oh, sorry, just searching if it was. Make no excuse, you have disbelieved after your belief. If we pardon, it's 65, sorry. If we pardon one faction of you, we will punish another faction because they were criminals. Let's contemplate on this. The hypocrite men and women, one of another. They enjoin what is wrong and forbid what is right and close their hands. They have forgotten Allah, so He has forgotten them. Indeed, the hypocrites, it is they who are the defiantly disobedient. So the hypocrites deserve punishment. Allah has promised the hypocrite men and women. Allah has promised the hypocrite men and hypocrite women and the disbelievers the fire of hell. Promised. Wherein they will, you see, even if they repent, it is sufficient for them. And Allah has cursed them, and for them is an enduring punishment. If 70 times if they ask of your punishment, or of your forgiveness, 70 times, 70 times, if these hypocrites, if they Baduans ask for forgiveness, Surah Fatah, 70 times if they ask for forgiveness. No, no. Sorry, this just slipped out of my. I don't know what I'm saying here, but I know what I'm saying here. O Prophet, it is all the same whether you. Like Satan has come, you know that verse through me, 80. Oh yeah, again Surah Tawbah ayat 80, huh? Surah Tawbah ayat. O Prophet, it is all the same whether or not you ask for their forgiveness. Even if you were to ask forgiveness for them 70 times, Allah shall not forgive them. That is because they disbelieved in Allah and His Messenger. And Allah does not bestow His guidance on such evil-doing folk. So Allah is not going to forgive them. Now they are ready for it. 70 times a prophet if you ask forgiveness. Allah is not going to forgive them. Hypocrites. Then this ayat is out of What do you say? Coming back to Surah Buruj, not Bakra. This website is not loaded properly. Sorry. Indeed, those who have tortured the believing men and the believing women, and then have not repented. You see, it would have been great if it would have been consistent with another religion which says if you repent, even if you do rape, you are given some time to repent, right? So if a rapist repents, would punishment still be due on them? Him will have the punishment. Then have maybe in some way. Anyways, let's see. I'm going to work this out. I'm quite confused here now because this verse does not go with the reasons given by the other verses that they should be punished. And repentance for the hypocrites, even if you ask 70 times, but these people tortured the believing men and believing women, and they weren't even, just because they said they worshipped Allah. This verse does not go with the Quran, other Quran ayats. You see? So a little bit I've shown you. I hope I haven't confused you. I hope I've clarified. And I will come for this short now in the end that I've said for another live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And please cooperate and make life beautiful. And let those who are not being an obstacle to the advancement human modern times to go on. Don't compare. See it, and if you want to compare, you can. But should you compare Hinduism or spirituality, those people who are spiritual, to religious, this Islam and monotheistic religions? Ask yourselves this, right? Okay, I will come back to more on what Ghalib Kamal, good points came out there, but it put bitterness in me, breathed, and that I felt that the human beings are being clipped, their wings are being clipped. So I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Right? So those who gave you a airplane, right, brothers, what were they called? Their name I forgot it. They imagined. They had a creative imagination. Also, okay, if you don't want to go into spirituality, it's not only the mind, rational human being, rational in rationality, the ones who create, and there were people laughing, like Noor building the ark, people who are laughing. So you see, the Wright brothers, is it the or with the W? I've forgotten all this. Who yeah, with the W. Sorry. Spent 4 years of research and development. So you see, the creativity also you are cutting down on human. Saying there was a man on Ghalib Kamal's live stream. Rational human beings, rational. Now, if they had to go through what happened to them. Let me see Wikipedia. They developed their flying machine to make longer running and more agile. Brothers was the first to invent aircraft controls. But what happened meanwhile? Have you read this? Have you read their story? Sorry, I don't know where to put this. Brothers never married. None of the Wright children had middle names. Early research stuck in the face by a hockey stick. while playing an ice game with friends. Orville dropped out of high school. Orville dropped out of high school after his junior year to start a printing business. Capitalizing national, but weren't there people laughing, drawing on the work of, right at them, and discouraging? It must have been really discouraging. First person singular. James asserts it is impossible to imagine Orwell right as he was supplying the driving force that started their work. Idea but control. Okay, I have to search for it towards flight. I think the first time the gliders, it failed or something, right, based on design for the kite. So the kite. Okay, after so this, have a look at this, right? If they had to use, didn't they use their imagination also, not only rationality? Lilienthal had made whirling arm tests on only a few wing shapes. You must stretch your imagination. So you would not believe this quote if I had not brought about the example of the Wright brothers, right? Where is it? Mr. God, this is Anna, sorry, by Finn. Forward. You see, your imagination. But don't get, why should I say don't get carried away? Like, I can, with my imagination. What can my imagination, so what Hindus have given us, I can create avatars. Avatar. So, Goodreads, sorry, no copyrights infringement intended. In the dark, you have to describe yourself. In the daylight, other people describe you. The sun is nice, but it lights things up so much. There was no point in saying I didn't really know. I said yes, the dirt starts. I don't know. Another quote, I want to find this, and I'll leave you. You, George, get the message. Finn, here is the image. Where can imagination and a fact was the hard outer cover of meaning, and meaning was the soft living stuff inside a fact. Fact and meaning were the driving cogs of living. If the gear of fact drove the gear of meaning, they were revolved in opposite directions. But put the gear of fantasy, sorry, it's not imagination, fantasy. Put the gear of fantasy between the two, and they both revolved in the same direction. Fantasy was and is important. It leads to heaven knows where, but follow it and see. So we are truth seekers, we are the discoverers. For us, it's not everything rationality, that's it. But this is it. But leave Islam, this is it. It is time to leave Islam. But follow it and see. Sometimes it pays off. So we don't promise anything. Keep it open. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. Okay? I leave you with this great, beautiful quote from Mr. God. This is Anna Finn, and no copyrights infringement intended. Thank you, Goodreads also. Thank you all. I will continue from the end, whatever I can, however I can, later on today. Thank you so much. Please join me. I would be honored. And please spread this far and wide.